the controller. And we shall continue where we left off. So I just need to... Can I go there from here? I can, good, because I'm not going all the way over there. Took me ages to get in there.
Hey, you might want this.
I'm following you, friend.
Oh, you're in the wrong bit. You look the same.
Sure, I've got a minute. Yes, this is yours now.
What have you got? Yay, alien stew.
Keep a lookout. Notify us if you see anything suspicious.
Yeah, you're suspicious.
Stay away from
It's like circle, that's exactly where I'm going. Haha. I just remember not to shoot anyone here.
Is that really her? Adrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back. Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble. That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinium.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us. Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story.
Hey there.
Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done. Oh. Well, that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of.
It's funny
But
how
it
you
was
can use a
during
lot
that
more
assignment
dialogue
that the
options.
UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it. All right. I'm gonna go get this workup into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it. What's new?
This is a courtesy reminder that despite
I don't think I'm supposed to see that. It's funny it's telling you the thing at the bottom.
New
That's not
Atlantis
what loading
is the
screens are on.
shining beacon of humanity these days, so they say. I'd argue that the beacon of humanity should be measured in overall survival.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before
What
we
did you do?
My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance.
Oh, really?
The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy.
Of course you
They
are.
called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. He would have happily told you he was one of the greats. Ultimately, though, it didn't matter. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Okay.
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
No, that's
Then I
fair.
guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue.
That was a very long time. Hey, Colonel.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard.
You're welcome.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Your mama.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt, the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties. Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this Terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
I can't help but agree with the Captain. Attempting to open the archives, it seems like the right way forward.
It does, doesn't it?
It's so much easier when you've been a starborn.
I withdraw my objection. Yes, trust fate. We were all lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to...
Uh-oh, here we go.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Of course.
More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
It's happening, folks. Don't panic. We need to focus.
Byron, shut up.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there.
Yes,
let them know
ma'am.
you're coming, and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're
Yes,
on it,
ma'am.
ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
Yes, ma'am. Let me out, please.
You! The EM rifle, damn it!
Not you, guy.
Stop! We're trying to help you!
Please! I can't stop!
That's it. Now hit him with everything you've got.
What's that one? Beyond favorite. Yeah, go down there. Cease. Cease. Stop. Stop shooting them.
Peace.
Get down, bitch. Oh, sorry. Just stay down. Get down.
Fine. Let's go. This never gets over. Enough.
Stay down. I'm watching you. Right, I think they've just ceased.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control. Turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire. And keep that EM weapon at the ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Right, let's go.
That was a weird noise.
God, no time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's move!
An evacuation order has been issued for the space. Those are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
Die already. Sheesh.
Experts? We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad. We're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Oh my god. Do I need to take these? Oh, I need to talk to them.
Heard you might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here, but we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us. Roger that. We're on you.
Take as many people as we can get, because it's going to take forever to kill these guys. Especially if I need to take 2 of them. Oh, that's not as big, that one. That's only 40, the other one was 70. Still taking a while though. Where's the people that are supposed to be backing me up? Oh, I fell off. Must be moving my sideways each time. You die already. Jeez. There's another one over here. Come on out of there so I can shoot you. Right, I'll go over here. Oh, now you're up here. Don't get close to me, bitch. I'll just die.
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
I don't want to even think about what would have happened had we failed. This was
We
damn
would have failed.
heroic, Captain.
Yes.
They weren't kidding about you, Tim. The universe put the right people in the right place. Certainly doesn't feel like it. I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Stay up.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Heroes were minted down at that
there you are.
spaceport. And that
I
includes
believe
you.
we have some things we should discuss.
Those creatures killed UC citizens. They're not killing anymore.
Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology.
You don't know
Your
me anything.
concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm sorry. Now, if I was playing an asshole route, I would have played that one.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed, first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varoon to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the
I
colonies
think I know what we're
and
doing.
all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that
Of course you
representative.
do.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data.
Yay.
So, will you help us?
No.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Thank you, ma'am.
Terrormorphs rear their ugly heads. The UC is going to be ready.
Oh, everyone was all talking.
To correct that. Just doesn't add up. Spaceport has
Yo, bitch, I'm coming to see you.
You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed
Your hair's
that you
sticking
gave
out in your
quite
neck,
the
by the way.
presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct? Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it's originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varoon. Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varoon to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done. I couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate. And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here.
Dang it.
Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative. But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varoon?
I'll do Freestar first.
The good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
I bet she loves her job.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her. Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support. And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code. Never underestimate the universe's ability to surprise. That's why we have Plan B. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the Ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage. But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen. Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you. All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise. And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
I think this one's slightly shorter, so I'm going to do that one first.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varoon retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varoon thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
It's weird that we have to say that, but yeah. They're just regular people with different beliefs.
Of course. But there is another wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore is actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice. I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks.
Ding.
Watch out for automated security in there.
Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
That's what I was planning on doing. So we'll speak to the Freestar one, and that will take us about 10 minutes maybe, and by that time Doc should be on.
You are a visitor? You'll find the ambassador in her office. Go on through.
That's the plan. Dude, I saw right through your face there. Scared me.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby.
Every day that we all keep talking is a day we should celebrate.
More than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
Yes.
This building is Freestar sovereign territory. So in here, we're the law.
Let me talk to her. Right, trying to talk to him.
That woman is an absolute... Oh, sorry. Oh, you're the Vanguard captain, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was about to board the Nat to the spaceport when the alarm triggered. Sounds like I got real lucky. And like I've got you to thank for things not being a lot uglier. Doubt the Vanguard would have a lot of recruits of that with a job description. But I'll take your point. But look, they said you were coming here on official business. The ambassador likes to handle all that personally, even if she does have trained diplomats here to help her. And I don't want to get shipped back to Aquila City, so you should probably go speak to her. Thank you, Captain.
Right. Oh, so I can talk to her now, okay. I think. No? Hello? Do I need to sit down?
sorry. Do you have an appointment?
I don't know.
What are you? Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives. Some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy. In order to protect us all.
Yep.
I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Please, please, no, I'm gonna say that one.
I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours and go?
Oh, I'm gonna proceed with you.
We'll oversee the research. Guess that takes the whole trust us component out of play, doesn't it? That does seem like a workable idea.
Oh, that's so easy to convince
Get what you
them.
want. Follow me.
It's so much easier to convince people when you've been starborn. I love it. Oh, we're going that way. I thought we were going in there. Okay. Well, she's shutting the door.
It's not supposed to be a long process. It is for emergencies, after all.
Yeah, we'll go then.
Sorry. Everyone's a little on edge after the attack.
They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Here, I'll reach out to Deputy McIntyre. We'll coordinate the necessary oversights. Two unlikely allies, I guess.
Yeah, peace out, buddy. I'll catch you later. Now we need to go and get who's we're in. Well, I haven't seen any messages to see he's on yet. So I suppose we can start it. The next one's a bit of a pain because of the way the place is laid out. He will be on though, because I saw he's in game. He's probably just running late, which he usually is. But we'll go in the house for it and we'll start making our way, because this one's at least 15 minutes to find the place. I actually quite like this a bit. I think the first time I went through here I actually got lost.
Say what you will, but I bet House Faroon knows how to party. Never gonna get their deposit back after this.
Don't be so close to me. You know this thing's a bullet thing. Oh, you're a high level one. Welcome for what? I done the work. No, I think we go this way. No, we don't. Oh, right, upstairs. Okay. Go figure. It's telling me to go upstairs. Maybe I should go up the stairs. Oh god, not one of these. Right. Must be that one. And then that one? Yeah. So that can't be that way. Well, surely it's that one. No, it can't be. That way? No, we've messed up. That one. That one. That one, and then that one. You try to bitch slap me there, and I'll bitch slap you with this. He just one-shotted the turret. Basement. Okay, that means we're going downstairs. So we go back over here and then downstairs. I don't like the look of this, but this one. God, is that a level 68? Jeez. Die. Think they're all done? Yep. Oh, there you are.
What seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Yeah, let's go.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand
You
tour
could do
of
with
the
some
embassy
food there,
via
buddy.
barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly? Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door? And the broadcast
He's just
spoke
going
of
like,
terror
we're nearly
more
done here.
a worrying occurrence, certainly, but
I'll just go through this cutscene, grab the code, and then we'll head back to the UC building, and that'll be it.
An archive code. So the UC requires information then.
There's a notification.
Do I see this all clearly? The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy, with little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
You've got my word too. I swear if this goes awry, there will be hell to pay.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
That must have been how he was talking to me.
Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good.
Now the question is, can I teleport out of here? Nope. Oh, because there's enemies nearby. Although I don't see any. That's fine, I know where the exit is. Alright, okay, sorry. So we got up here. Let's not get lost this time. This way. Go through here, through here. First time I was in here, I spent like an hour trying to get back out. That was quick. And we gone. Oh, so as I said, we'll just head over to the UC building and that'll be us. Actually, I think I can travel from here. Right, for those watching on YouTube, I'm going to end the episode here. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time.